Hello everyone, I'm Mrs. Bearden, your librarian, and today I'm going to read The Phone Booth in Mr. Hirota's Garden. The Phone Booth in Mr. Hirota's Garden, written by Heather Smith and illustrated by Rachel Wada. Every morning, Makio visited his neighbor, Mr. Hirota. Together they sat at the edge of his garden, looking down at all the small figures on the harbor. They made a game of spotting Makio's dad as he unloaded the morning catch, and Mr. Hirota's daughter, Fumika, as she cleaned and gutted the fish. "I see them," Makio would say. Mr. Hirota would laugh. "You win again, Makio." It was one of their favorite games. They were playing it when the shaking started and the big wave came. Makio's father loved the ocean. He'd say, "Listen, Makio, the ocean is saying good morning." The lapping waves would whisper, "Oh, hi, oh, oh, hi, oh, oh, hi, oh." Makio always returned the greeting, "Oh, hi, oh, gazamasu, ocean." But on the day the big wave came, the ocean didn't whisper. It roared. Rumble, boom, crash. Makio watched as the wave got bigger and bigger. Oh, cried Mr. Hirota. A big, watery hand swept into the harbor, snatching everything and everyone in its grasp. It even took Makio's voice. Everyone lost someone that day, the day the big wave came. Silence hung over the village like a dark, heavy cloud. Then one day, rat-a-tat-tat, thump, thump, thump. Makio watched from his window. Mr. Hirota was building something. But what? It was a phone booth, painted white and with many panes of glass. Mr. Hirota went inside. His voice floated out. "Fumika, it is your father. I miss you." Makio was confused. Fumika had been snatched by the ocean, just like Makio's dad. When Mr. Hirota left the booth, Makio crept inside. An old-fashioned phone sat on the table. It had no plugs or wires. It was a phone connected to nowhere. Mr. Hirota visited his phone booth every day. Soon the other villagers did too. Their voices floated on the wind. "Hello, cousin. Today I fixed the boat. I will fish again soon." "Hello, Mom. I planted a tree for you today. A maple, your favorite." "Sister, how are you? I rode your bike today. It fits me now." "Hello, my love. I painted our bedroom your favorite shade of blue." Makio went down to the harbor. For the first time since the big wave came, he used his voice. He screamed at the ocean, "Bring back our people!" The waves lapped gently. "Oh, hi, oh, oh, hi, oh, oh, hi, oh." Makio sighed and looked up. Mr. Hirota's phone booth sat high on the hill, just like a lighthouse. You see the pictures? What do you see in the water? That's what's in his head right now. That's what he's thinking about. He's thinking about his father, who was taken away by the big wave. The climb back up the hill was tiring. Makio was hot and sweaty. The phone felt cool in his hand. Dad, it's me. Can you hear me? I yelled at the ocean. It said good morning anyways. Guess what? I did really well on my math test. The cherry blossoms are in full bloom. Everything's pink. Mom painted your room your favorite shade of blue. I miss you, Dad. Every morning, Makio looks down at the harbor. When the ocean says good morning, Makio thinks of his dad. Someday, he'll return the greeting, but for now, he makes a game of spotting Mr. Hirota from high up on the hill. I see you, Makio calls. Mr. Hirota smiles and waves. It's one of their favorite games. The end. This story is really a wonderful story. It's for everyone who has lost anyone and wants to talk to them again. It has a special place in my heart. And I do know this story is also about a tsunami that once came and took a lot of people away. And Mr. Hirota, although the names are changed, this story is a very similar one. The end of the book has an author's note, and it says, after the death of his cousin in 2010, a man named Arturo Sasaki built a phone booth in his garden as a way to deal with his grief. Although the phone was disconnected, Sasaki believed his words rode the wind all the way to his loved ones. A year later, when a tsunami struck his coastal town of Asushi, thousands of mourners flocked to the phone booth, longing to connect to their missing loved ones. The author says, when I heard of the story of Arturo Sasaki's Phone of the Wind, I was struck by the beauty of how a simple object, a disconnected phone, could help a grieving community heal. It was this sense of hope and resilience that inspired me to fictionalize the story for a young audience. I hope that, like Makio, readers will see that sometimes in sadness there is beauty. In this case, it is found within the walls of Mr. Hirota's phone booth. Keep learning and keep reading.